Setting the left arm at your address position like this, instead of this, is going to work wonders to your game and help you create a smooth and effortless golf swing. In this video, I'm going to be showing you why we should be setting the left arm like this at the address position and how to do so you can get that lovely, smooth, effortless golf swing and see much straighter, further golf shots, especially if you're someone that's really suffering at the moment with hooking them way to the left. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Harry, PGA golf professional, transforming golfers worldwide, one shot at a time. So drop those comments down below with tips or drills, topic you'd like me to cover in a future video, and be sure to hit the subscribe button if you enjoy watching this one. Now, a lot of golfers that have come and seen me recently, I've noticed they've set up to the golf ball just like this here. And when you have a look at this address position from this camera angle here, it's very difficult to notice what's wrong with being in this position, especially where this left arm is positioned. Well, for those of you golfers out there who are suffering with getting this effortless, smooth golf swing, who find that they are either leaning back too much and getting this over-release taking place and hitting them too far to the left, you will find that this will take place in your golf game more often than not because of the way we set this left arm. So let me just show you something here just from this angle again. So if we get this left elbow, this lead elbow pointing and facing more towards the body, it's very easy for me to exaggerate this release here and over-rotate my entire arm like so. And you can see there what that does to the club face. It's very easy for me to get this club face very much so in a closed position. In fact, it's going to go the complete opposite way from there, but you get the point. It's very easy for me to over-rotate and over-release and gets us in this position here. But what if I was to get this left arm instead pointing more towards the target? So I've not done anything different with the grip there, just setting the club like that then. All I've just done is allowed this arm just to rotate over a touch and get that elbow facing towards the target. So if I just set that arm like that now and I try and get this release to take place, it's very difficult for me to over-exaggerate this. I can only go that far if I keep this elbow pointed towards the target. And I want you at home to do this test right now if this is something that you've been struggling with, where if we just get the left arm like this and we over-rotate, the club face points towards the ground. If we get the lead elbow pointed towards the target and keep it pointing there, we can only rotate so much and get this early release taking place. Only a fraction of what you would do if you had this lead elbow of yours pointing towards the body. Now, for a lot of you golfers out there who have been struggling with this, will just find it very easy just to pick up this tip and take it to the golf course. But if you need a little bit more of a drill, a little bit more of a routine that's going to help you get this every single time in your golf game, then let's dive into the drill for you now. So what I'm going to do to start off with is just simply get myself in the stance, in that address position, ready to hit this golf ball. Just before I bring the club towards the ball, I'm just going to bring the club out in front of me like this here. And I'm just going to grip it as normal. And what we should notice is this arm goes in a very much so what we call externally rotated position, where this left forearm has shifted this way. So if we just get our left palm on the ground like this, facing towards the ground, and shift it over like so, causes that palm to point towards the sky. That's that external rotation in that left arm. Well, if we want to get this elbow pointing at the target, we've got to get ourselves getting this more internal rotation, where the arm is rotating towards the body, just like this here. And this sets the elbow pointing towards the target. Another good indication is looking at where the golf glove logo is, the GX golf glove that I've got on at the moment, and it points towards the target. So when I come to setting up at the address position here, bringing the club out in front of me, I just want to be making sure that I'm gripping the club as normal, and I'm just going to force that elbow just to point a little bit more towards the body. But you've got to be careful with this, because a lot of golfers, when they try this, they'll just get this left arm stuck in this position here, where there's a little bit of flexion taking place, and we don't want to see this. We want to see a nice, strong set position here. We don't want it to see it very tense like this, but somewhere in the middle, not too relaxed and flexed, just somewhere nice and straight and relaxed. Another reason why they get this wrong is that they'll create this almost separation between the lead arm and the body. We've got to be making sure the address position that these two are staying nice and tucked in. So we're just shifting like so, and it almost feels like for me that my left shoulder is just ever so slightly tilting upwards like so, just to set this arm in position there. So you've got those two options of doing it. You can grip the club straight away like I've just done there. This is how I would do it, and just get that lead shoulder tilting upwards, forcing that lead arm, this lead elbow, the left elbow, to point towards the target, getting that internal rotation to take place. Or we can get the hand, the left hand, to face towards the sky to begin with. We're going to face it towards the ground, and that causes that elbow now to face towards the target. We're just going to twist our wrist over so the palm is facing towards the grip. We're just going to grip it like so. So when I'm set in this position here, what it should feel like is when you make your golf swing back and forth, as mentioned earlier, it's very difficult to get this over rotation in that release. It's very difficult to get that club face to close down as much. So not going to be seeing shots go as far to the left. And as you begin, start to make a couple of swings doing this and shots, I'd highly recommend just starting off just with a little chip shot. I've got a 6-iron here just to begin with, but you can use something like an 8-iron if you prefer a little bit more loft to begin with on the club. So I'm just getting this elbow set in this position here, and I'm just going to simply swing back and forth like so. And what we should see is that outcome there. For a chip shot, because we're not making a full swing, we're less likely to bring this club path into play. The face angle will have a way more of an influence on a chip shot. So if we start to see them push out to the right of our target line, then that's a great indication that we're doing this right. We're getting this elbow set in position here. What we don't want to see, obviously this elbow facing more towards you, and we make this chip in swing and we start seeing them roll lower and go more to the left of target. Because when they do that, that's a good indication that we've got this release taking place. And when we get the release taking place with this toe end of the club here closing down like so, it also reduces the loft presented at impact. So when we make contact with that golf ball, if we leave the face a little bit more open at impact, I'm not saying we want to be hitting push slices or anything like that, but just for these shots here, high and right is better than low and left. So again, I'm just going to make another chip shot just to make sure I've got this right, setting that elbow, pointing towards the target, making a chip shot like so. And another one has gone to the right of target. To be honest with you, I've probably not used enough loft on this just for that chip shot. So I'd recommend for the chip shot maybe using something like a 9-iron or 8-iron just to give yourself more leeway when it comes to doing this. And you can also use a tee to do this as well. Just makes it a little bit easier for you just to get that launch, get that loft, so you can see the difference between the good shot and bad shot. And feel free to play about with this as well. Feel free to get this elbow pointing more towards the body just to understand the difference in what that feels like at the address. It's important that obviously we want to be able to see this elbow pointed towards the target, but we've got to understand what that feels like. So that feels like what I mentioned earlier, this shoulder here tilting more upwards to get this elbow set more towards the target, or if it feels like your entire arm is almost twisting and rotating like so, stick to that feel. Just wanted to say a shout out to the sponsors on the channel, GX Golf. GX Golf, I've been working with GX Golf for the last month now, as they provide high quality golf clubs for a fraction of the price. And you can get these for a fraction of the price and use this 10% off discount code below, Harry10, to save yourself a great discount on getting these premium golf gloves. These have worked wonders. They're absolutely brilliant, and this is still the first one that I've took out the 3-set pack that I ordered a couple of months ago. So make sure you check them out later on. And just have a few swings, just getting used to this back and forth like so. There's another one ever so slightly right of the target. I'm getting my left and rights mixed up here. So moving on to this now, we're just going to make a couple of bigger swings. And we make these bigger swings, I don't necessarily want you thinking about too many swing thoughts. The key to this is just allowing the body to flow back and forth. So I just recommend when you make a couple of these swings, just forget about where the arms are moving in the swing. Don't worry about them going too far on the inside or outside for the time being. As you get used to this, all you're just going to feel is allowing that back now to start to face towards the target on the way back, and then the chest to face more towards the target on the way through. So, because we're making a bigger swing, we should be able to see more of a deviation between the poor shot outcome going low and left and the good shot outcome going slightly high and to the right. So I'm just going to hit one now, elbow pointed towards the body, so what we don't want. And we're just going to go back to target, chest to target, and it's gone a little bit low and left of target. Let me just try one now, keeping that elbow pointing more towards the target, feeling this shoulder tilting upwards ever so slightly. Back to target, chest to target. And it's gone higher and more to the right. It almost felt like then on the way through, I couldn't really close this club face down, and it almost felt like I was pushing the club out in front of me. So when it comes to making full swings doing this now, after you've done a couple of swings, just getting used to this, elbow pointing towards the target, pitching swing, back to target, chest to target, same again, going a little bit to the right, we can start to implement this into the full swing. So the full swing, what I want to recommend here, just so you get this accuracy, once you've done a couple of full swings where we start to notice the actual ball go right of target, like that one there, nice and high, slightly to the right of target, how can we bring that shot back? So what I want you to do is, once you've got used to this, really force this elbow to point more towards the target, start seeing those shots go right of the target line. What I want you to do to make sure we can get that ball coming back to target is, rather than trying to get this release to take place, we don't want to be forcing this, I just want you to allow the feeling that as you come through, almost from where the club is parallel to the ground here, into the golf ball, the hands are going to be working left of you. And when I say left of you, they're going to work towards the wall behind me here. That's going to allow me to get this club head itself to work on its natural arc, swinging round on this lovely little circle that we can create here, as opposed to pushing them out to the right like so. We've got this club face control taking place. We've just got to make sure the hands are moving away from the golf ball as we make our way through the swing. And a good way of doing this is just imagining someone's got an alignment stick around your hip height in front of you here, and you've got to swing left and avoid that stick. Get those hands working underneath the stick. So we're getting the hands working under that stick. Full swing. But you could try this with the chip shot, work your way to the pitch, full swing. But I'm just going to hit one just to finish. Full swing, see if we can get it straight down the middle. So that was much better, much closer to my target. And you can start to work your way back in and see much straighter, much further golf shots in your golf game, and get this effortless, smooth golf swing, because guess what? You've not thought about anything else in the golf swing, have you? So that's how you're going to get that effortless, smooth golf swing. So we're thinking about that lead arm position, that left arm, setting the left arm like this, and getting this back and chest working towards the target, back to target, chest to target on the way through. And just a bonus tip, we're getting those hands to work left as opposed to pushing out in front of us. So for those of you who enjoyed the video, I'd highly recommend hitting the subscribe button so you stay tuned for all the great golf coaching content that's going to come to you every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget, you can check out more videos just by clicking this one in the top right hand corner now if you're someone that wants a little bit more detail about how we can control this club face and get those hands working left on the way through. It's a great drill, great for the takeaway, and also great for the follow through. Don't forget to take full advantage of the discount codes below for the GX golf gloves and golf swing systems. You can get any training aid or any launch monitor that we use in this indoor golf facility for a whopping 5% off as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.